Shit Talker Black. Sorry about the interruption. I did not delete all the videos from yesterday, so it became full and it cut off. Now, I was saying, when they allowed us to finally get back together, and at first it was just 3 of us. It was me, my baby girl, and my baby son. And then it was my 3rd son. So now we have a foundation, and that is when they begin to really, really fuck with us. Anyways, they allowed us to have our own place for a minute, and it was a house in Florida. And my daughter and my son had been in so many foster care places, and so have all the other children in Florida. If your child has not been in foster care in Florida, it is because you're a part of this shit. Some people were part of it, and when they got into it, they saw, oh no, I do not want to be in this shit. Their children were taken too. So they let us get back together for a while. And my children would let all these other foster children stay with them. Because a lot of foster children are homeless and on drugs. They are hopeless too. One girl they let stay. She was a pink chick. They let her stay because she was pregnant and they knew her in foster care. So they connect these children in foster care. They connect them to each other. And they care for each other, and they are charitable toward each other. I have seen this. But I have also seen my children be charitable toward these foster children, and these foster children turn out to be government friends. That's what we called them before. We called them perps. They were government friends. Before we knew the word perp, before I knew the word perp, I called them government friends, and so did my children. But when I tell my children, you have a government friend, that is not their government friend. Wow. Turned out, yes, it was. So this girl, she comes and stays. I don't remember her name. She comes to stay. And the way she uses toilet tissue, goodness gracious. I had just put a roll in there. She went in there to use the restroom. I go in the bathroom to do something I don't remember, and there is no toilet tissue. She is the only one in the house, and she is the only one who has went to the restroom. And I asked her about it. And now we find out she has some kind of disease, maybe some sexually transmitted disease or something. I really don't know. But this girl would take the toilet tissue, and I've seen them do it in jail. They would take the toilet tissue and wrap it around their hand as though they needed to take something hot out of the stove. A cooking glove. Yes, that's how much toilet tissue they use. She had to use it like that too. So I told her, you can keep staying here, but you will have to buy your own toilet tissue. And I meant that. When she went in the bathroom, there was no toilet tissue for her, not from us. And I told my children. I did not know a program was being ran. That's why they do not like me, because I stopped the programs and I don't even know that they are programs. I go to people's houses and they don't have tissue. They go to the store and buy everything, and guess what? They forget to buy the tissue. Another program is for people to keep going back and forth to the store, to the store, to the store. I noticed that when I was younger, and even in my 20s, 30s, before this shit happened, no one went in my house went to the store 3 or 4 times a day. Oh, go get this. Oh, we need this. Go get that. Oh, we need this. Go get that. Something else. We didn't always need to drink. Now, even me, and I know I drink a lot because I smoke these cigars and they are nasty, and I need something to chase it, to get it out. And I know you say, well, then stop smoking. If I stop smoking, then I'll start hitting. So I'd rather do this than to do this. And then I will go to prison, and that's what these motherfuckers want me to go to prison. It could also be a program because they set everything in motion. They're starting me back on smoking. So that could be a program too. They have many, but I want to finish the toilet tissue program. So they go to the store to, I think, get toilet tissue, but they come back, no one has toilet tissue. I have been in houses where the same person went to the store 3 times, and 3 times they did not bring back toilet tissue. Me, myself, have been in a house that needed toilet tissue. I would go to the store and get everything but what? Toilet tissue. But I have napkins. That is a program to not have toilet tissue in your bathroom to get you caught up like that. Another part of the program is for you to not keep your tissue in your bathroom. You keep it in the hallway, or a new program is to keep it in your bedroom. Why would you keep toilet tissue in your bedroom? Toilet tissue should always be in cabinets in your bathroom, not the hallway. And there was a program set in motion on Bernie Mac. He was on the toilet. He got caught in the program. He was on the toilet and there was no toilet tissue in the bathroom. You have a big ass bathroom and you do not have stacks, and you have money. You do not have stacks of toilet tissue in your bathroom. No one brought in the toilet tissue. He had to run down the longest hallway to get the toilet tissue. You see the program. Most of it comes from TV. Or they show you, okay, we have this program big time in motion. That program was in motion because people keep toilet tissue in their in their bedroom or in the hallways. But there is no extra toilet tissue in the bathroom. That is a program. The program is also set in motion to go to the store and get toilet tissue, but we get everything else, but we do not get the toilet tissue. That is a program. To keep your house out of order will make people think that you are lazy and shiftless and smelly. Some people's their house, it does smell. They don't know it because when you live in your house, I don't think you can smell it. When my children were younger, I did not know if anyone could smell anything in my house. I did not care if you could or if you couldn't, because I always burn candles. Blueberry, vanilla, cherry, these things that really smell good. I burned those. Plus, my house would be a little disarray because I have so many children, and then when they turn into teenagers, my girls, they have babies, so now there are more babies in the house. You would come in and you would see maybe crayons and Crayolas on the floor, trucks, paper, stuff like that. If my children leave their coats on the floor, I do them the same way Frankie J did me when I left my coat on the floor. She put it in front of the door for a carpet. And I had to spend my hard-earned money to get it clean at the cleaners. I never put my coat on the floor again. Never in my life. So my children, they leave their coats on the floor. They put their coats in front of the door. They did not spend their hard-earned money to get them clean. They just take them and put them in the washing machine. Because by then, you can wash your coats. You did not have to take them to the cleaners. And so you would think, my house is a little disarray. And then at one point, my house looked like Fred Sanford's yard because I was running my own business out of my house. I had what I call alternative shopping. You can buy the used clothes, or you can buy the new clothes, or you can buy the clothes that I made. So it was alternative shopping. I had other things too, dishes and stuff like that. So I would set things outside, and then when it's time to go in, and my children love helping me. They enjoyed helping me. So I set things outside, and time to go in, then you would see boxes and you would see this and that, And so my house was a little disarray, but it was not dirty. You did not see a dirty plate. You did not see a plate where someone takes their plate and just put it on the counter and don't empty it. Or someone takes their plate and put it in the sink and leave the food in it. These are programs. There are so many programs to make us appear shiftless and lazy and smelly and everything else. Another program is to get us into superstitions. And I did not have superstitions. I was mostly into wives' tales. However, I had a friend who was into superstitions, and I would walk with one shoe on and one shoe off. I had a baby at that time. She walked with one shoe on and one shoe off. She had just started walking too. And my friend would say, you guys need to put on both your shoes or take them off, or you will step someone out your family. I was not into that superstitious stuff. Not that. And guess what? My baby died. And then guess what? Now I am into it. But it is not superstitious to me. It is fact because it happened to my child. Another thing. Oh, you can sweep my feet. I am not spitting. I didn't do anything to go to jail. I should have spit on the broom. Because finally, I go to jail. And there are people crying for me. They are not my family. Although my children cry, but I mean, friends of my children cry for me because they did not know. What did Ima do to go to jail? Because Ima does not do anything. I do not drink. I do not smoke. I don't even drink Coke. I don't even drink. Well, at the time, I think I was smoking cigarettes because I went through an ordeal of moving, having to move, losing my job, having to move back to San Diego. It was really stress. Now I see they orchestrated all of that too to get me back here. And then when I did get back here, I'm going off what I was talking about. When I did get back here, I began to get sick. I could not go outside. It felt as though someone or something outside was choking me, as though it was some form of a horror movie. And that was like the end of 1995. We come back to San Diego in October. And we find a house and we move in. All of a sudden, like November, the end of November or something, all of a sudden I start getting really, really sick. I am so tired. I am lethargic. I weighed 160 pounds. I went to the doctor, and you know what the pink motherfucker told me? He told me I was obese. Obese? What is obese? You are overweight, this, that, and other. I was 160 pounds. 160 pounds. I am 5'6". At the time, I wore a D-cup bra. So wearing 160 pounds in a D-cup bra really, really looked good on me. And he tells me I am fat. What is he trying to do to my psyche? So I tell him, and he is ignorant. And I leave. I found out years later. I Googled it. Chemtrails in San Diego, and it came up 1996. And that's when I became really, really... No, in 1996 is when I went to jail. But it came up 1996, but I know they were spraying before 1996 because I was getting so sick. I go outside, it's like I cannot breathe. I get so sick. I thought it was because maybe I am sitting on the back of the bus, but I always sat on the back of the bus. But you know, the fumes for the bus, I thought that probably was making my stomach sick. But even when I be in cars, and then there was a truck in front of us that let out all this nasty, dirty stuff from a pipe, I forget what it is called. And it made me really, really sick. Although I was getting sick already, I thought maybe I was getting sick because I was in the car. But when it did that, I got really, really sick. So that made me think that maybe it was diesel. The diesel that goes in the air, maybe that was making me sick. But what was making me seem like someone was trying to strangle me, that I could not breathe, my airwaves seemed to be blocked. And I found that if I don't know how I did it, maybe my pineal gland just said, hey, do this. I found that if I take Vaseline dip my finger in it and put it all the way in the back of my mouth, as though I'm going to make myself throw up, but I am taking the Vaseline and I am wiping it, going back and forth the back of my mouth, damn near down my throat. That would help me to breathe again. I would not do all that coughing. Like the other day, they had me doing all that coughing. And I thought of the Vaseline because that hadn't happened in so long, so long. I guess my body had become used to it. So I went and get the Vaseline. That did not work. I also got because I keep it around me all the time, cranberry juice. That helps me stop from doing all that coughing in the morning. It did not help. I drink about a quarter of colloidal silver. This is a form of water made out of silver. And I drink it straight, about a quarter of it in a 8-ounce glass. And that did not help either. And then I went to the antidote for cancer, which is baking soda. I got an 8-ounce glass and a teaspoon of baking soda and put it in there, and that did not help either. I was like, you motherfuckers are trying to kill me. Why are you trying? You can do it. Just kill me. I don't give a fuck. I will be out of your little stupid motherfucking reality. This reality is fucking stupid. And all who wants to remain in it are ignorant. As I said, I wanted to speak to you on certain programs. And that was when the Disordered House, that is a program. Also, the toilet tissue program, that is a real life program. I've talked to so many people. Girl, I go to house, she don't even have no toilet tissue, because you do not know that it is a program. Some people I can tell that to, and they will say, oh, okay, and they will get out of the program themselves. You have to bring your own self out of this program. You have to use your mind. You have to stay visual with this shit. So you do not forget your toilet tissue, and you do not just go, because it is a clean spot on the table, you put your plate there when you need to empty your plate and put your plate in the sink. You do not just leave your clothes everywhere all around your house. No, that is a program. You have to get your own mind ready, because they have your mind ready for a program. So you have to reverse their program, and you have to do it with your own mind. No one can do it for you. Maybe you can probably have someone to help you, and they can point it out to you. Like my son, speaking loud is a program. So I had my son, every time I speak loud, if you are around, just take your hand and do this. And my son did. And I began to speak lower. So now I know how to speak lower. And somehow I've gotten an accent, and I don't know where it comes from. Well, I probably do know where it comes from, but I wanted to get rid of it, and I did things to get rid of it. I even did therapy, to keep talking, and sometimes I will stop that dialect from coming in, but the more I stop it, the stronger it becomes. Just like when I began to curse. I woke up in February and I was cursing. I was like, what? And I wanted to stop it. And the more I wanted to stop it, and I was giving myself therapy to stop it, it became harder. So I just let it go, which I might just let the accent go too, and no one around me even notices that I have this accent. So maybe only to me when I hear it. Maybe only to me I hear the accent. I do not know. Now, there are other programs running in your house. One day, someone was telling me them and their significant other are always arguing. And then she says, and I noticed it is always on a Tuesday. This is someone who is a little woke to what is going on with the programs. So I say, well, now that you notice it, that it happens on Tuesday, that is something you both need to talk about, and they did. And then one day I was with them, and it was on a Tuesday, and all of a sudden the argument came from nowhere. And when we got in the house, I said, "You guys know it's Tuesday, right?" Now he wrote,